Elisa Medina?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Elisa Medina 25-00839 SM. I think Mr. Harris is here from the Public Defender's Office. Are you making an appearance today, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Ms. Medina for purposes of arraignment.
Thank you. Ms. Medina, I do have a misdemeanor complaint here. It alleges that on or about October 24, 2024, at or near the area of 606 North Martin Luther King Boulevard, City of Lansing, Ingham County, that you did allegedly commit the act of dog at large, and that you did, being an owner of a dog, that being a pit bull named Monet, allowed the dog to run at large. And this is contrary to Article 9, Section 1A of the Ingham County Animal Control Ordinance adopted by the Ingham County Board of Commissioners. That's a misdemeanor. The maximum penalty is 90 days and or $500 in fines. Do you understand the charge and the maximum penalty, ma'am?
I do.
Okay, so you have the right to be represented by an attorney, and Mr. Harris is here for your arraignment purposes, but you do have the right to have an attorney represent you throughout the pendency of this criminal prosecution. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can make a request to have the Public Defender's Office represent you at the expense of the public. Do you understand that right to counsel?
Yes, I do.
Okay, did you think you would like to make a request for court-appointed counsel?
Only because I have a few things to say, so I don't know if I have to have an attorney to say anything or how that goes.
Yeah, today is not the time for you to say anything. Today is the time for me to advise you of your rights.
Okay.
And then if you would like to do an intake today to see if the Public Defender's Office can represent you, then you can do that at this time. So I'm just asking if you wanted counsel to represent you.
Yes.
Okay. You have the right in this matter to plead guilty, plead not guilty, or stand mute. Anything you say or anything you put in writing can be used against you. So if you stand mute, the matter will continue. It'll go all the way through the stages of a jury trial, which you have the right to. You have the right to trial and the right to require the prosecutor prove your innocence. Prove you're not innocent, prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Otherwise, you're innocent until proven guilty. Do you understand that?
Okay, yes, I do.
Okay, and you have the right to call witnesses that will testify at your trial. You can cross-examine any of the prosecution's witnesses, and then you have the right to waive your silence at trial and testify on your own behalf. Now, this is a dog at large. Typically, how the prosecution's office has handled these is if they believe that you have taken some recourse to make some secure the animal. If you're the owner of the animal, typically they will resolve it that way, making you show some level of compliance, that maybe you built a gate or secured them or whatever was necessary to make the dog or the animal be more secure. Now, at this time, you're going to maintain your innocence. I'll put you in a private meeting room with Mr. Harris. He's going to get information from you about some financial background so that he can see if you're eligible to be represented by their office, okay?
Okay.
Bond in this matter is 100 personal recognizance. So you need to report to your future court dates. And your next court date is before me, Judge Kristen Simmons. It's going to be Monday, April 14th at 1:30 p.m.
Okay. At 1, you said?
1:30
Okay.
p.m. and you can appear via Zoom for that. You'll log in the same way you logged in today.
Okay.
Okay, did you have any questions for the court before I put you in the room with Mr. Harris?
No, I don't. That's all.
Okay. Any matters that you want to address before I put you in the private meeting room with her, Mr. Harris?
No, no, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'll put you in room 1. She might be all set. Did she leave?
10.
Yeah, she.
Oh,
Oh.
Steve.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The court will be with you in just a moment.
Mr. Samora, you're here on behalf of Ms. Kingsbury.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
On the record of the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kaylee Jean Kingsbury, 25-00825. Counsel, can I have your appearance?
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. Peter S'mores here on behalf of the defendant, Kaylee Kingsbury, who is also present via Zoom video conferencing.
Okay, Ms. Kingsbury, today was the date and time scheduled for your arraignment. I have a misdemeanor complaint here. The complaint alleges that on or about August 3rd, 2024, at the area of South Cedar Street at or near I-496, Lansing, Michigan, Ingham County, that you did in count one operate with a high blood alcohol content, and that you did operate a vehicle upon Cedar Street, a highway, while having a blood alcohol content of 0.17 grams or more per milliliters of blood, contrary to Michigan Compile Law 257.6251C. A restitution may be ordered, as this offense may have resulted in damage to another individual's property or physical injury or death to another individual. Count one is a misdemeanor, and the maximum penalty is 180 days in jail and or $200 to $700 in fines, and or 360 hours of community service. Rehabilitative programs, vehicle immobilization is mandatory with a prior conviction, and cost of prosecution and reimbursement to government for emergency response and expenses for prosecuting the defendant. In the alternative to count one, you've been charged in count two with operating while intoxicated, alleging that on or about August 3rd, 2024 at South Cedar Street at or near I-496 in the city of Lansing, that you did operate a vehicle on a highway while having an alcohol content of 0.08 grams or more per 100 milliliters of blood. That's a misdemeanor with the maximum penalty 93 days and or $100 to $500 in fines, and or 360 hours of community service. Rehabilitative programs, vehicle immobilization is required with a prior conviction, and cost of prosecution, reimbursement to government or emergency response and expenses for prosecuting may be ordered under the law. Do you understand the charges read there and the maximum penalties attached?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to be represented by counsel. Mr. Samoris is retained. Is that correct? For the
Yes,
entirety
yes,
of
Your
the.
Honor.
Okay, okay, very good. Let's see. I think we have. Okay, I do see an appearance and demands that have been filed. You have the right to be represented by an attorney at all of your future court appearances, and you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you're questioned by law enforcement. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can make a request to have the public defender's office represent you at the expense of the public. Do you understand that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say and anything you put in writing can be used against you. You have the right to plead guilty, plead not guilty, or stand mute. And if you stand mute, the matter will continue all the way to jury trial. And you have the right to have that jury trial. You have the right to the presumption of innocence. So that means you are innocent until proven guilty, and you can proceed to your trial and require the prosecutor prove each element of the charge being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt before you are considered to be guilty. You understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can remain silent at any trial and not have silence be used against you. You have the right to see, hear, or question any other witnesses the prosecutor calls to testify against you, and the right to subpoena witnesses that will testify on your behalf and present evidence at trial that you believe show a defense to these charges. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, your client is entering a plea of not guilty, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, thank
Oh,
you.
you're fine. You're currently scheduled for a pre-trial conference before Judge Stacia Buchanan. It's going to be on April 14th at 10:30 in the morning.
Your Honor, I was wondering, and I'm so sorry I forgot to mention this earlier. My client, although she was originally from Michigan, from Lansing, is currently a Las Vegas resident. Is there any later date that she could have? In fact, the reason why we did it for Zoom right now is because it's airline tickets, just the farther out you can get them, the cheaper they are, as I'm sure the court could
Mr.
take
Morris,
notice of.
the pre-trial is via Zoom.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay.
Thanks.
So again, Monday, April 14th at 10:30 via Zoom, but you'll log into Judge Buchanan's courtroom.
Okay, thank you. Because the reason and I'm certainly not second guessing Your Honor, but I in another email from, I believe, Mr. Nicholas Hogue from Judge Buchanan's office said every other proceeding would be in person. So I believe me, I prefer Zoom. My client would prefer it. It would be great. But
I'm looking at her notice to appear. It says may
Okay.
appear via Zoom. Yep,
thank you so much, Your Honor.
no problem.
All right. Bye.
Look, what is your
Oh.
home address, ma'am?
To me, 326 Greenbrier Townhouse Way, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89121.
Your phone number?
850-598-0460.
Okay, Mr. Morris, you had something else you wanted to ask or say?
No, actually, no. That was it, Your Honor. I didn't mean to. That was it.
No
I
problem.
wasn't sure if the court wanted me to address bond or not, or if that's all.
Not quite. Ma'am, are you employed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
Where?
Honor. I work for IATSE. It's an international alliance for theatrical and stagehands. Basically build trade shows and conventions here in Las Vegas, as well as like showrooms.
Okay. No, our bond is going to be pretty standard, 500 personal recognizance. While out on bond, you're not to use any drugs or alcohol unless you have a valid prescription, not to possess a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You need to report to all of your court dates on time, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well.
Any additional matters for the record?
No, not at all, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're all set.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And who do we have here?
That's the king.
Where's the file? They didn't request an interpreter?
Didn't do
We
anything.
did put in a request for interpreter, Your Honor, back on the 18th of March. It just doesn't look like one of those.
I only asked for his file. Okay, I see that there was a request for interpreter here. Let's see. Looks like there was no interpreter available back on the 19th. Who had requested the interpreter? A criminal name?
Yeah.
Can you go find out if they requested an interpreter, and if they did, can they call and see where the interpreter is? Actually, no, she requested it. It says on top of the file, I would assume.
They had indicated upstairs that the request was submitted, so.
Yeah, it says it in our system. But we'll let them follow up. Maybe someone can log in as Zoom or something.
Appreciate that, Your Honor.
Unfortunately, it looks like they requested an interpreter for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
What time? Same time? For the magistrate? Tomorrow at 3:30 work for you?
Let me double check.
Susan just ordered to cancel it.
Oh, she did? So what is she gonna do? Susan who?
Susan, Neil just told Paige to cancel it, to send them an email and cancel it.
Why?
You still gotta be arraigned.
Why would, how does this have anything to do with Susan?
Bonnie's not here.
What's Susan's extension? 4127.
Let's see if I can catch her from doing it. Stop her from.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with her. Right? It's that. You said it does work for you? that
It
time?
does work for me. Let me check with mine.
Hi, Susan, it's Chuck Simmons. Hi, I know, because, I'm out here doing all the nursery's work this week, so I need about a third of her pay. And, please have that forwarded to my immediate attention. No, but, the Yolanda said she just asked about the interpreter matter. It was scheduled for tomorrow. We don't want that canceled. They're gonna come tomorrow. Okay, thank you. All right, bye. Tomorrow at 3:30.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry for
appreciate
the
it.
inconvenience.
Yeah, no worries about that. Just back in front of the magistrate upstairs.
Yes.
Man. Appreciate it.
I don't know where